Indigo Metaphysics. I made this because I'll be doing my research and I wanted to document like when I find certain stuff that's like interesting. I found something crazy. Um, Shout out to Cujo from Kane Landmores. So what I done found is like it's a quarter that just came out. Uh, Fort Moultrie, okay. And when you go to this thing, is nothing but like hiding what's really going on. All right, let me show y'all the quarter first of all, so you just get a little sense of what is like why I feel the way I feel. This is the quarter. Now wait a minute. Wait the fuck up. Hold up. How does he look? Okay, what is on his head? What is that on his head? What's that on the flag? What is behind him? For crying out loud. And then, where are you at? South Carolina. So, I'm going to go through this and show you guys how to research, how to study. Fort Moultrie. This is what it's supposed to say. Liberty. Isn't liberty like justice? Freedom of justice? Like, right? Liberty, right? Freedom of justice. That's one of the principles. This is crazy right now. So I'm gonna get real close to the look. Come on, man. What's going on here? So where was I at? Okay. So this is the guy who who came up with it. William Moultrie is supposedly this is who this is named after. The Reconstruction period is real. Mind you, this is a picture. Somebody painted this to look like who they said this guy is. Now let's just deal with. I'm gonna run through this real quick because I don't want to take too long. William Moultrie, born November 23rd, 1730, September 27th, 1805 was his death. Was a planter and politician who became a general from South Carolina in the American Revolutionary War. Okay, so it's funny how they use this European as the onset of what I'm about to put y'all on. Moultrie was born in Charleston. He fought in the Anglo-Cherokee War. Who he fought against? Let's just check that out real quick. Who he fight against? Cherokee language, war with those in the red coats. Oh, this is early day Republican. But see, that's for another video. I was gonna go into the history of America being republic, but I don't want to confuse you. Red coats, war with the English, right? So he was warring with Englishmen, which is German people who come to America and colonize it. Was also known from the Anglo-European perspective as the Cherokee War, the Cherokee Uprising, and the Cherokee Rebellion. Now, it's funny that this Anglo and Cherokee War is called Anglo-Cherokee War, but the way they explain it is that the Cherokee kicked ass. The war was a conflict between the British forces in North America and Cherokee Indian tribes during the French and Indian War. The British and Cherokee had been allies at the start, but each party had suspected each other of betrayals. Tensions between British American settlers and the Cherokees increased during the 1750s, culminating in open hostilities in 1758. Now, like straight off the bat, I'm gonna go back to the point we was making. But straight off the bat, with this Cherokee Indian War, as a secondary, one of the wars that this guy, William Moultrie, had fought in. It's funny how. Let me go back to it. It's funny how the tensions between the British American settlers, right, and the Cherokee increased. how is it even a thing? Like, they're making it seem like that there's even a reason to fight. All right, let me go back. The British and Cherokee had been allies at the start of the war, but each party had suspected each other of betrayals. What's the problem with that? What's the problem of Cherokees finding the Anglos, or the Anglos finding the Cherokee as like they couldn't agree, so they was fighting. It turned into a fight. What's the problem with that? The problem is, let me show you the picture that they put. The problem is that the Cherokees were here before the Anglos, so the Anglos don't really have a say on betraying somebody in their own land. You're helping them with a fight, if anything, and you're escaping tyranny in your own land, if anything. Timberlake took 3 former Cherokee adversaries to London to help cement the newly declared friendship. So it was selling out. Let me get off of this. Selling out. Everybody says that like certain people sold out. Moors sold out. These people sold out. Blacks sold out. Indians sold out. Everybody played a part in getting the European over here. As far as the way we see it today, everybody had a part. You can't just take one group of people and say that they sold out, and because you miss the whole point of the story. Like, you miss all the facts, you miss all the gems. Because like, let's look at it now. None of us are slave masters, not knowingly. Like, we're not literally taking people out of their houses and putting them into our slave camps. So for a dark-skinned person that looks like me to say, like, I say that I'm a Moorish American. So if a dark-skinned person look at me and say, "Oh man, we not Moors. How you a Moor?" How are you even saying that when are you understanding the history of this whole country? Like, how this happened, like how this went down. It was a lot of selling out that went down, and it's funny that if I'm saying I'm Moor now, how are you calling me a sellout? Like I was born back in whatever imaginary time you created in your mind of your people selling you out. Let's be real. You can look right now. It's a lot of Africans are apologizing to America for selling their people to the Europeans at the time of slavery. What's that? So Africans admitting that they sold so-called black people into slavery. That means that you need to do more studying of who you are, who you come from. Because if you're look, if you're saying you slave, that's openly agreeing that you don't connect to the people over there in Africa at all, because they sold you into slavery and they're admitting it. It's not a secret. But you guys will call Moors the ones that did it to y'all. But Moors ain't the ones just apologizing to y'all for the slavery. It's Nigerians, people from Ghana. Moors, if anything, was the ones trying to get y'all out, give y'all a way out of the slavery that was going to take place. Because once you're not following the stuff that you was born with, the oral traditions, and you're looking at written words from people that's not from where you're from, of course it's about to go down. Listen, especially if the person that's coming to your land doesn't have a land of his own from inception. So let's go back. We deal with Moultrie County. Okay, now it's funny that when we look at Moultrie County, something else pops up. We were just dealing with South Carolina, right? But when you deal with William Moultrie, right? Moultrie County is in a different place. Where's that place? Looks a lot like Illinois to me, with a crescent moon, right, for his liberty sign, right, on the flag that they're waving. That's a bad picture. Let me go back to this one. Oh, this is another picture I found. A crescent moon with liberty written in it. Let me find this. Okay, so this is the one I was looking for. Crescent moons on everything. Why would this European, like, captain use it? Why would he use that as his logo? Why would he use that as his flag symbol? It doesn't make sense. Let me turn this down. because while I'm studying, I'm also doing research on YouTube. But I try to use books and everything as my main source of study and not YouTube because you already know. So Moultrie County was formed in 1843 out of Shelby and Macon counties. It is named from South Carolina's general and later governor, South Carolina general and later governor William Moultrie. Now, that's what they say, right? That's what they say. South Carolina from British attack in 1776. That's showing you right there that this was known as something else before Europeans came over here in 1776, including this man. So, let me go back. Let me go over to this. So we got Sullivan. No. Illinois. Another picture. Cherokee Indian War. Moultrie flag. Okay. Let me get back onto where we're going with this. Moultrie. Okay. So we got to start from Moultrie. Sullivan Island in South Carolina, because this whole battle that they took part in, and he had a fez on, by the way. Like, let's get that clear. He had a fez on. White people don't wear fezzes, or let me correct that. Europeans don't wear fezzes unless they're in a Shriner organization or Mason organization, because that's a secret hat. To show that headdress, right, is a hint of who we